Imagine waking up, stepping outside and looking up to see enormous rings stretching across the sky. Not just a thin glow, but massive bright bands of cosmic dust and ice painting the heavens in dazzling colors. If Earth had rings like Saturn, our world would be unrecognizable. But would they be a breathtaking spectacle or a planetary disaster? Let's explore what would happen if Earth had rings. Before we imagine what Earth's rings would look like, we need to understand where rings come from. Rings form when moons or asteroids get too close to a planet and are torn apart by gravity. This is called the Roche limit. Saturn's rings are made of billions of particles of ice and rock, each ranging in size from tiny grains to house-sized boulders. So, for Earth to have rings, something catastrophic would need to happen. Maybe an ancient moon shattered, or a massive asteroid broke apart in orbit. If Earth had rings, they wouldn't just be visible from space. They'd dominate our skies. During the day, they'd appear as glowing arcs, stretching from one horizon to the other. At night, they'd reflect sunlight, casting an eerie glow across the landscape. Imagine the full moon, but 100 times brighter, but the view wouldn't be the same for everyone. Near the equator, the rings would be a thin band cutting across the sky. From mid-latitudes, they'd form a giant arc overhead, and near the poles, you might barely see them at all. Earth's rings wouldn't just be a beautiful sight. They'd change life as we know it. For starters, they would block sunlight. At certain times of the year, some regions might experience dim, golden-hued days as the rings cast shadows on the land. This could affect temperatures, possibly making Earth cooler in some areas. Then there's the question of weather. Our planet's climate is shaped by the sun, but massive rings could disrupt wind patterns, altering ocean currents and even shifting rainfall. Some places might become drier, others wetter. And what about space travel? Navigating through millions of orbiting particles could make launching satellites, space stations, or missions to the moon much harder. Earth would have its own cosmic minefield. Earth's rings wouldn't just affect our planet, they'd change the moon too. Right now, lunar eclipses happen when Earth's shadow covers the moon. But with rings in the way, eclipses might look completely different. Instead of turning red, the moon could flicker in and out of darkness as the rings break up the sunlight. And what about tides? Right now, the moon's gravity controls our ocean tides. But rings could add an extra force, leading to unpredictable tides, massive waves and stronger coastal storms. As beautiful as they might be, Earth's rings wouldn't last forever. Tiny collisions between particles would gradually wear them down, and Earth's gravity would slowly pull the debris back in. Some particles would fall into the atmosphere, burning up as meteor showers. Others might clump together and form a brand new moon. In a few million years, the rings could disappear completely, leaving only a faint memory in the sky. But what if rings weren't unique to Saturn or Earth? A ringed Mars would have an even more dramatic sky, with dust storms scattering sunlight through glowing rings. Venus with rings? They'd reflect so much light that nighttime on Venus might feel like day. And what about the moon? If Earth's moon had rings, we'd see a glowing halo in the sky every night. Rings around Earth would be breathtaking, surreal, and life-changing. But perhaps part of the beauty of our world is the way it already is. The stars, the moon, the deep blue sky. Maybe the most incredible thing about Earth is that it's perfect just the way it is. What do you think? Would Earth's rings be a dream or a disaster? Let us know in the comments. If you love space and cosmic what-if scenarios, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a journey through the stars. Thanks for watching, and keep looking up.